Isn't this just the fairy meadows of Kyrgyzstan? I am going to be living like a nomad for the next 2 nights here in rural Kyrgyzstan. I'm all the way down south in a place called Tulpar Lake. These are the yurts where I'm going to be staying in for the next 2 nights. I'm going to be eating like a local and doing lots of local activities. So we're going to go on a hike, ride horses and explore this beautiful country all the way up here at altitude. Right now, it's about 3,500 meters. We're going to hike further 2,000 meters tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot to do, a lot to explore, and definitely many more beautiful views to see. For now, we're going to enjoy this incredible view and check in to our yurt behind me. Right, let me show you what a yurt here looks like. This is our yurt here. It's really, really big, and it actually fits 3 people. A chimney at the top for the fire. And let's unlock this and go inside, because this is so cozy and super cool and so traditional. Look at this. This right now, we'll show you the rest of it in a minute, but this apparently replicates like the Kyrgyzstan flag. This cross, the cross section in the middle, something to do with the Kyrgyzstan flag. I think there's lots of different lines or something like that. Really, really cool that every single yurt in the country has the same design like this. But let me show you what the beds looks like. You actually get 3 in here, so it does fit 3 people, and I believe it costs about $45, and you get dinner and breakfast included. This is what the yurt looks like all the way around, and you have trusty fire here just in case it does get cold, because we are up here at about 3,500 meters, so I assume in the night time the temperature definitely does drop. But yeah, this is what it's like to stay in the yurt. Gonna go out now, lock the doors. Oh, it's so cool. You can even roll this part down, and look, this is probably some sort of like animal fur, animal skin, I don't really know, but it's definitely meant for keeping things warm. And we can roll this down if we also want to cover the front entrance. Let me take you into the canteen area now. This is the canteen. Here we go, it says canteen. And let me show you what it looks like to dining here. This is everybody at the table, and we've just got some like snacks and different little things before we have the main meal. Oh, the meal is here.
You have? Yes.
Oh, some sort of traditional food, but look at the spread we have here. All golden. It's even fancier than like some of the hotels that we stayed at here. These are the teapots, super cool. And we've opted for some green tea here. I'm not too sure. Soup?
Meat.
No meat.
No meat.
No meat.
Oh, even better. No
I
meat.
heard meat.
She's vegetarian, so it's really good.
Thank you.
But yeah, such a nice spread. You've got bread in the middle and loads of different snacks over there. Super cool. So we're going to tuck in now, enjoy our meal here in the yurt. It's basically instant noodles, potatoes, and some sort of vegetable broth, because we don't eat meat here in Victoria. Well, I do eat meat, but we try not to eat meat, especially here when the meat is typically like horse meat and stuff like that. So I've kind of opted against that, but it's really enjoyable, and a warm meal in this sort of temperature is definitely very welcome. Turns out that is not all the food we're getting. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this. Noodles, eggs and vegetable. Wow, that was just the starter. It's even better. And then we have like the desserts and stuff here laid out across the table. This is so nice. Look at that. So I've just come back into my yurt, and there's actually a young man here making the fire for me. He's just put in some wood, thank you very much. And I think he's going to get the fire light, because that must mean that's a sign that it's going to get very cold in the evening. As well insulated as this is, that is a sign. So he's going to get the fire going. I think we've got the wood, the coal. And yeah, it's so cool. We don't even have to do it ourselves, even better. Now let me just show you around what it looks like here at the camp. There's so many other yurts all the way in the distance. Where we pan this way, that's our yurt there, and all of the rest here. Sorry for the wind. It's a little bit windy here because we are in quite an exposed area, but so beautiful. Also, I took some drone shots, which are absolutely incredible. So let me just put them on the screen right now. If you think it looks nice just walking around, then these drone shots right now are just mind-blowing. Morning from our yurt camp. It's currently 7 AM and we're just about to go for breakfast. But look at this view right now. Completely clear skies. Got the mountain in the background. I believe this peak in front of us is 7,000 meters. So yeah, it's quite incredible. And then this way, of course, you've got the lake and the other yurts over here. It's so peaceful and just such a beautiful start. I'm actually going to take a video of this cow going across, because I felt like it looks really cool. Let me get a shot of that. Look at that. The plan today is, after breakfast, which I'll show you in a minute, back in the canteen, we are looking to hike up to one of these viewpoints up here so we can see all the lakes from above. We got that drone shot earlier, but we would love to go and see it in person and get a better perspective for myself. So that's the plan. Maybe we'll also ride a horse today. Not too sure, but let's take you for breakfast and then we'll start the day. Excuse the hood up at breakfast. It's still a little bit cold, but they do have a fire going over there. And this is what we've been served. I believe it's called kasha, Victoria says. And it's a very common dish here for breakfast. Over there right now, currently making the tea, which is really cool. I think you can choose between green tea or black tea. So yeah, good options and really good windows with this cold, because it is probably only a couple of degrees this morning. But yeah, this is what it looks like again. Beautiful spread, and it's definitely going to be a good breakfast. Right, let me show you what it looks like to stay at the yurt camp, what the facilities are like here at the camp, because it's quite impressive actually. You have solar panels over here to charge everything, and that means every single yurt here on the property actually has power 24/7, because the days are pretty sunny here, which is just great. And more surprisingly, it was not that the toilet facilities or anything like that. It was actually, they have a volleyball court here. They've, you know, obviously they live here, so they have to have some sort of entertainment, and they've gone for a volleyball court, not a football pitch, nothing like that, volleyball court. And in the evenings I saw a lot of local boys playing here, which is pretty fun. But let me show you what it looks like to shower and use a toilet here, because this is the best facilities you're going to get. This is really actually quite surprising. I honestly thought it would be even worse, let's say, than this. Lift the latch up and let me show you. This is the toilet. You actually have a full-on toilet, not even a hole in the ground. You have a fully functioning toilet and it works perfectly. So that is everything you need. You have a male one and a female one. So let's close this up. Let me show you the shower facilities. We've got male and female in this door here. Let's open it up and let's have a look. Wow, I've not actually been in here yet, so this is also a first time booking for me. But from what I can see, you have like a fully functioning shower. I'm really surprised by this. I thought it was going to be a lot more basic. Maybe not even have a shower, it's like a bucket and wash. But yeah, this is what you have. It's almost like going into a hotel bathroom. At this yurt facility, there's lots of different camps and they're all owned by different people. This one we're staying in, I don't know if it even has a name, but this is the one we're staying in. This is what it looks like with the solar panels behind. We pan this way around a volleyball court. You've got one there and also another one there in the distance. So there's lots. That is the views you've got behind you. It's pretty incredible. And then this way, of course, the lake and the rest of the yurts. Really beautiful. Also, just before I head on my hike, isn't this just the fairy meadows of Kyrgyzstan? I mean, look at this. You've got the white mountain in the background, almost replicates Nanga Parbat. This is 7,000 meters. You do have horses, there's one there, and usually they do roam there. The only thing it's missing is the reflection lake, but they do actually have a lake, which we're going to hike above to right now. So there's an awful lot of similarities, and actually, sometimes the mountain ranges here in Kyrgyzstan are also compared to Pakistan. I think this is a good reminder to why. Okay, we've left our camp from over there and now we're attempting to take the hike up to see the most incredible viewpoint here, but I've suggested a bit of an alternative route. I would love to go straight up the side of this, not around, weave up. I think let's just go straight up, do something a little bit different for once, why not? Let's just see if we can get the most direct route up, and it doesn't look too dangerous, it just looks like grass. We have poles with us, so I think it should be possible. So that is the plan. Straight up the side of this crazy rock. I severely underestimated the steepness of this. This is near vertical. That's where we've came from. Doesn't look that far, but it's so hard. But hopefully this is the quickest way to the top and we can show you the view as soon as possible. For now, I'm gonna push onwards. We've each got a pole each, because without a pole, I think I'll be going down the mountain and not up the mountain. Okay, let's try and push on. As you can see, the footing's pretty bad as well, and yeah, that's why we've got to go up. I thought it was just grass, but it's also rocks, gravel, which kind of just gives way under your feet. So yeah, here we go. Kind of having some regrets now on this hike. It's progressively just getting more and more steep, but the views are incredible. But I'm not too sure how smart or sensible this is really, because that's where we come from, all the way from that river point there up here, and that's where we have to go. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I don't know what the best decision is moving forward, but you'll find out soon. Hoodies on because it's getting really cold. I know the nomads probably would not be putting hoodies on, but I'm a little bit softer than them. We've not quite made it to the top, but I think this might just have to be good enough considering the crazy route we've taken. Look at that for a view. You can see all the lakes, or the majority of the lakes, and so much greenery as we pan around. This is just, it is sensational here. And then you've got the white peaks in the background, more over there. This is so cool. Just waiting for Victoria to come round the corner. Here she comes, woo! And we'll enjoy this view together, because it's not been an easy journey up here. Very risky one, but a bloody rewarding one, because look at this. Oh. we are going to soak in the final moments of this incredible viewpoint here. Lakes around me, greenery. Victoria's sitting there, a little bit cold. It is really, really windy up here. Actually, there was barely any wind down here because we're just so exposed up here. And down there, you're kind of in a little bit of a valley. But for now, enjoy the last moments in front of Lenin Peak, the other peaks, and this beautiful landscape here. This beautiful landscape here in the south of Kyrgyzstan. Okay, now we are going to make our descent. And this is the tricky part because we've got to decide how to get down. Now, how would a local man get down here? I would say he'd go straight down. So why not? We've got a pole in hand. I'm going to give it a good go getting down there because it looks really, really close, but it's definitely deceiving and it's definitely more dangerous than it actually looks because it's bloody steep. But yeah, that was the hike here at Tulpar Lake above. That is Tulpar Lake, the main one there, and the rest one are just little lakes or little ponds. Don't have any names or anything, but equally as beautiful. Okay, and just like that, we've made it to the bottom here with the cows. Oh, almost fell. Still not safe even when you're on the flatter ground. But our yurt camp is just over there in front of the big Tulpar Lake. And now we're just gonna walk the rest of it on somewhat flat ground, which is really nice. And you can see where we've come from. It's really, really steep. And we probably descended that in only about 15 minutes, which is crazy. It's so lovely out here. There's even another yurt camp here. It's just so peaceful and beautiful. And everything's so simple. The way of living here is so simple and easy, and oh, it's just great. You could definitely spend a good amount of time in here, just disconnect, enjoy nature, enjoy the simple living. You know, the nomadic community is so big, people are not moving on from that because why not when it is this beautiful? Oh, what's the need for modern technology and all these different changes and stuff? Everybody's happy, and that's why there are more yurts, and I believe maybe even more people still living this way than actually in normal accommodations and houses. There's really only one big city. We went to the second largest city, Osh, and it's just like there's not really much there. It's a little bit developed. There's a couple of like maybe Western restaurants, but apart from that, this whole country really looks like this. It's just greenery, lakes. I believe there's over 2,000 lakes just in this country alone. It's just stunning, and it's definitely a beautiful place to explore. Not be able to show you horse riding, unfortunately, because all the horses are taken out today. This is the landscape you would be riding, and actually there is a hike. It's 18 kilometers that way to the base camp of this 7,000 meter peak. So that's where you can take a horse to, and that's where it's probably the most worth it to do, because 18 kilometers on foot there and back, I don't think it's really possible in one day. So that was where a horse ride trek definitely would be possible. That is going to wrap up my time here at the yurt camp in South Kyrgyzstan. What an experience that was. Eating locally, living like a local, and just experience traditional life. And I think it's awesome. I could definitely see myself spending more time like this in nature, disconnected. It is just beautiful. Actually, well, this place has Wi-Fi, but a lot of places do not. For now, we're going to embark on our journey back to Osh, which is the second biggest city here in Kyrgyzstan, and then continue more adventures up, which we'll be seeing very, very soon, which is going to be more hiking and also potentially hiking to the China border, which is a big mission. We've already got permits for it, so stay tuned for that. If that can happen, that would be a crazy adventure. For now, it's back this way on it's a bit of a gnarly road, so we have to have a specific vehicle to drive it. You're supposed to have a 4x4. Basically, some people don't have it, the locals don't really care, but we have a 4x4, and it's the best way to get here and back out of it because it is about an hour and a half off the main road. I will see you in the next adventure very, very soon here in Kyrgyzstan.